Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about financial management. Finance, financial word has been taken from finance. तो हम लोग जो बात कर रहे हैं आज, एक तो फाइनेंस की बात करेंगे, एक बात करेंगे मैनेजमेंट की. मैनेजमेंट, हाउ टू मैनेज द फाइनेंस ऑफ द बिजनेस. It is concerned with the efficient acquisition and allocation of fund. बिजनेस में जितना भी पैसा है उस पैसे को प्रॉपरली किस किस सोर्स से रेज किया जाए. बिजनेस सेटअप करने के लिए जो पैसा चाहिए वो कहाँ से आएगा, किस किस ढंग से उसको यूज़ करना है. यदि फर्म के पास प्रॉफिट्स बचे तो उस प्रॉफिट की एफिशिएंसी से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे करनी है, इसके बारे में सीखना ही फिनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट है. तो वी कैन से दैट फिनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट रिलेट्स टू एफिशिएंट एंड इफेक्टिव मैनेजमेंट ऑफ फंड्स used in the business in terms of planning, obtaining, controlling and administration. It means optimum procurement as well as uses of finance, not only to obtain the money for the business, but we have to use it in a proper manner so that our business goes on in a proper manner. Why we need finance, why we made financial management? First one is, एक बिजनेस में यदि हम बात करें फाइनेंस की ज़रूरत कहाँ कहाँ पर पड़ती है. टू बाय फिक्स्ड एसेट सच एज प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, सच एज फर्नीचर एंड फिक्चर विच आर यूज्ड बाय द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर इट्स establishment. So financial management play a role in the composition of fixed assets. An organization should decide what money should be invested by him in the fixed assets of the organization. Second, we need current assets. Current assets are required for the day-to-day working. An organization must have to decide the amount and composition of current assets, which amount is required of current assets, and composition means the type of current assets, sundry debtors, BR, stock, inventory, spares, and cash, bank balance. How much we have to invest in different type of current assets. These 2 points will tell us the requirement of funds. Then we have to decide the source of fund. For that purpose, we decide whether it should be purchased, it should be taken from long-term source or short-term funds. Short-term funds are included current liabilities such as creditor, bank overdraft, bills payable. Then we talk about long-term financing. Then it would be break in two parts, debt and equity. Debt means obtaining money, borrowing money from the sources of finance such as bank loan, such as mortgage loan, issue of debentures, etc., on which we have to pay interest. Interest is a fixed charge which a company has to pay, whether it is earning profit or not. It does not affect the paying of interest. And second one is equity. Equity means money obtained from the shareholders. Shareholders are the owner of the business. So if we are able to obtain money from them, then there would be no responsibility of the organization to pay fixed amount to the equity shareholders, as equity shareholders obtain dividend, and dividend is declared only in that case if a firm is able to earn profits. Then we must know the items which are included in the profit and loss account. so that we are able to know our sale, we are able to know our revenue as well as expenditures done by an organization. So if we want to manage our finance in a proper manner, we should know the balance sheet. Also, it is not a balance sheet of company, but it is a balance sheet of an organization. There are two sides, asset side and liability side. On the asset side, we have fixed assets. We have to decide the composition of these fixed assets. Then we have current assets. We have to decide the amount and composition of current assets. Then the amount, money required for these assets depends upon the liability. Liability may be internal liability, may be external liability. It is current liability. If we talk about long-term debt, then it is capital as well as non-current liabilities. So here is the role of financial management. The next is objectives of financial management. Why we do financial management? Our main aim is to maximize the wealth of equity shareholders. An organization always appoint a financial manager who would take decisions which are gainful to the shareholders. Shareholder would get gain only when the price of their share increase in the market. So the decision which results in the increase in the value of price of shares is considered efficient decision, and that decision is taken by a financial manager. If that decision is taken, then the market price of shares goes up. It would increase the wealth of equity shareholder. So all other objectives are already included in the maximization of wealth of equity shareholder, such as profit maximization, proper utilization of resources, maintenance of liquidity, meeting financial commitments with the creditor. If these are met on time, only in that case we will be able to maximize the wealth of equity shareholders. Once again, learn it. Profit maximization, if the organization is obtaining more profit maximizing, then the wealth of equity shareholder increases. If the organization is properly utilizing its resources, then there would be proper utilization, then there would be no resources of wastage of resources. In that case, the wealth of equity shareholders maximize. And we can say, if the organization is able to meet its liabilities on time, it has enough liquidity, enough cash, that it is able to pay its expenditures, its liability on time, then the goodwill of the firm increase. If the goodwill of the firm increase, it will maximize the wealth of the equity shareholders. And we can say that if an organization is able to meet its financial commitments on time, then every other person would able to pay every creditor would able to pay money or goods to the company. In that case, the firm has maximum wealth. If the maximum wealth, it means it is the wealth of equity shareholders. Then come to the next point. A financial manager has to take many decisions while he wants to manage the finance. These are three important decisions: investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. If we talk about investment decision, firm invest money in two type of things. First is fixed assets and second one is current asset. Fixed assets are purchased for long term, so it is also known as long term investment decision. Moreover, we can say it is capital busting decision, as this decision is related with long term assets, non current assets, which are used by the organization for the long run. And second time the investment is done for short period. Short term investment is also known. It is also known as working capital decision, which would affect the current assets as well as current liabilities of the organization. The second decision is related with the financing decision. First we have decided the amount required to invest in the different assets. Then we have to decide the source from which we have to raise the funds. There are main two long term finance sources, debt and equity. It is known as capital structure. We will discuss about it in detail in the further. Then third one is dividend decision. Dividend decision. And understood this topic. A firm on profit. Profit has three parts. One part is given to the government as tax. Second part is retained by company for its future requirement, and the remaining is given to the shareholders. So dividend decision is the proportion of the profit that is distributed is the shareholder is known as dividend decision. There are three decision. Investment decision. Investment means investing money in fixed assets as well as current assets. Second one is in source of finance. Third one is dividend decision. And the next topic is why we take fixed capital decision. Why we take fixed capital decision, or it can be said that why an organization take capital busting decision. Long term growth effect. When an organization invests money in the fixed assets, it would affect the long term growth of the organization. An organization would earn money return from fixed assets only after a certain period of time. It would affect the future potential and prospect of the future business. An organization would able to earn money only when it would able to get, if an organization has purchased a proper fixed asset. If the asset purchased by organization are wrong, then the earning as well as potential of the business would have adverse effect. Second one is large amount of funds involved. It means the quantum of funds are huge. Plant and machinery, land and building which are purchased by an organization, on which factory or on which business is going on, are in 1,000 crores, in lakh crores, which is high amount. And we should decide, we should take we should think that how much amount we should have that we are able to invest in these capital decisions. Third one is risk involved. As huge amount of funds are involved, so there is risk is also huge. We are not able to change the decision. As money are much more invested, if we are not able to take a proper decision, then our investment would be wasted. Fourth one is irreversible decision. The decision cannot be changed. So once the decision is taken, we are helpless. We are not in the condition to change our decision. So while we take capital busting decisions, all pros and cons of the proposal should be taken into account. Only after that we should decide whether we should invest money in a particular project or not. So we can say that long term or investment, the fixed asset investment or capital busting decision is such that would affect our long-term growth of the organization, as it involves long-term funds. A large risk is also there. Moreover, the decision are irreversible in nature. We can't change the decision. So we should think a lot. We should take advice of the expert people while we are making investment in fixed assets. So our financial manager should know how to invest the hard earned money in the business, and which type of assets we should invest money, so that we are able to earn a lot of money. We are able to earn a good return from our business. And the next topic is factor affecting long term decision. First point is cash flow of the project. एक बिजनेस में आपने जब इन्वेस्टमेंट करनी है तो आपने देखना है कि उस बिजनेस के लिए कितना पैसा चाहिए होगा, उसकी लाइफ कितनी होगी। बिजनेस की आपने जो एसेट खरीदनी है उसके लिए कैश ऐसा नहीं कि वैसे ही चाहिए, मोरओवर आपको उसको आने वाली फ्यूचर में होने वाली रिटर्न को भी ध्यान में रखना है। देन वी डिसाइड, मान लीजिए हमारे पास 3 प्रोजेक्ट हैं ए बी सी। कैश जो हमारा लग रहा है इसमें 6.5 करोड़ है, 7 करोड़ है, 9 करोड़ है। लाइफ तीनों की 5 ईयर है। तो हम देखेंगे कि हमें हमारे लिए सबसे सस्ता कौन सा है। ए प्रोजेक्ट है तो हम ए प्रोजेक्ट में बिजनेस का पैसा लगाएंगे। तो कैश फ्लो हमारा किसमें होगा, 6.5 करोड़ इन ए प्रोजेक्ट। ए प्रोजेक्ट इज़ अ more beneficial for us. Second one is rate of return. Rate of return means earning which we earn from that project. If we have 3 project A, B, C. A project we have invested money 7 lakh in each project. One project gives us 23% return, second 30%, third one is 20%. This return is calculated net profit divided by investment cost into 100. Then we are able to find the rate of return. Moreover, we not only think about rate of return, we also take into account the level of risk. If risk is more, then we ignore that project. If the risk is minimum, then we would able to get the project which have high return but risk is minimum. For example, ABC 3 projects हैं in which rate of return 23, 30, 21%. Level of risk is in first 2 project is moderate and third project high risk. Then we would select B project and it is giving because it is giving maximum return. So while we are taking decision about long term investment decision, capital investing decision, we should keep in mind the rate of return. Not only cash flow, we also should keep in the mind rate of return that we are getting from it. And the third point is the investment criteria involved. The amount of investment required, expected cash flow, interest. मान लीजिए हमें कितना पैसा इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए कितना पैसा चाहिए, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट हम कहाँ से रेज करेंगे, क्या हम लोगों से पैसा उधार लेंगे तो उस पर कितना इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा, अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट का इंटरेस्ट रेट, उनकी रिटर्न कितनी होगी, उन सबको कंपैरिजन करने के बाद ही हम डिसीजन ले पाएंगे कि हमने कितना पैसा कहाँ पर इन्वेस्ट करना है। सेकेंड डिसीजन इज फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन, अमाउंट ऑफ फंड्स टू बी रेज from different source of finance. It determines the overall cost of the capital and financial risk of the enterprise. As you have read about it in the 11th source of raising finance, there are 2 sources, owner source and borrowed source. Owner source include equity share capital, preference share capital, retained earning. Borrowed fund sources include debenture, bond, long-term loan from banks, public deposit. You have read all these points. You have read about it in about these types of source of raising funds, raising finance in detail in 11th class. We would decide about the factors, effect